Hey guys, this is North back again with another video. Today's video I'm just going to go through my Guerlain collection, all the fragrances I have from the house of Guerlain, just to see exactly what I have, just a little mental exercise, see if there's things that maybe I want to get rid of or keep, or see exactly what I have, because I haven't had a chance to wear a majority of them, so I'm going to go through it. Now, Guerlain is essentially a niche fragrance house because the majority of what they do is fragrances. For the majority of their history, later on in their history, they started to make skin products, lipstick, makeup, and so on. So let's go ahead and get it going. I'll just separate them by different bottle designs. So the first one I want to mention, I believe this is the only one I have in this bottle design. I have probably 3 of them in this particular bottle design, but only one fragrance, and that's Mitsouko. My favorite Chypre fragrances, Mitsouko. This one was released all the way back in 1919. This bottle right here, this is a 2009 Eau de Parfum. I don't have any Eau de Toilettes. I did have one vintage one, but that was not a good buy. So again, 1919. This one has bergamot, peach, oak moss, spices. It's just a beautiful scent. This one, the inside got stuck, so the cap is looking silly, but I still love this fragrance. I think this one is great in probably any iteration, any year. I have one of the most recent ones, 2001 or 2002, whichever one it is, but I just brought this one out in this style, so this is the only one that I have. That's Mitsouko. Now, I'm not going to go through too many of the notes and things on that now that I think about it, because don't want to keep you here too long. The next one is going to be Shalimar. So the Shalimar bottles, I have Millésime Iris, Shalimar Millésime Iris, which was a limited edition, and I have the Millésime Tonka. Now, the Millésime Jasmine was the most recent one that was released. It never came to Kuwait, so I wasn't able to pick up on it. I could have ordered it from Dubai, but trying to stop blind buying so much, and I'm not a big fan of Jasmine, and these, especially the Tonka one, I'm sure is the best one in my opinion. So these are my Shalimar bottles. I've never owned a bottle of the original Shalimar. Next up, I'll talk about the ones in the B bottles, the normal B bottles. I have Eau de Cologne du Coq. I believe this one is discontinued, but this is just a quintessential 4711 style Eau de Cologne. I don't think it's anything that's special or need to hunt down. And then I have Chance de Roms. This is one of my favorite Chypre style fragrances. I haven't worn this one in a very long time. This is my second bottle of this. I don't think I've ever even sprayed it. Let me try to spray it. Yeah, it's just a beautiful, floral, slightly sweet, Chypre style fragrance. Familiar, but not too much like anything else I've smelled before. So this is one I have wanted to keep in my collection. I wanted a vintage one at one time, but I just gave up on that with that Mitsouko mishap. Moving on. Next up from the B bottle collection is another discontinued one. This is Monsieur de what is it? Monsieur de Monsieur. So this one is the male counterpart to Jicky. I did own Jicky, but I ended up selling it. I've had a couple bottles that I've sold, so I kept this one. I've had a few bottles of this that I've sold, so this is the one I'm going to keep. This is another one that's a great gentlemanly lavender forward with a lot of other notes fragrance. Yeah, this is a good one. I was going to wear this one today. I'll try to wear it next week, but I ended up wearing another one of these B bottles coming up. This is what I wore today. These last 2 in the B bottles that I have are 30 ml testers of fragrances that are limited edition. Some of them, like the one I'm about to show you, comes out, I believe, yearly. The next one is one that just was released this year, I believe, in 2025. And so what I wore today was Muguet. And Muguet is French for Lily of the Valley. So I wore this one today since it warmed up and we're getting into the spring weather. Time to switch it up. So Miguel, this is a beautiful Lily of the Valley fragrance. It's not too heavy. It's just very easy to wear. I really enjoyed wearing it today. And the other one is called L'Or Doré. I believe this is the golden hour, maybe. If I get the French wrong, let me know. So this is another one. This is the most recent limited edition release. I do have a bottle of Imagine, and I had a bottle of, there's another one, Pearl. Another one, Pearl. I have that one as well, but I don't like them as much. I may try to sell them, so I'm not featuring them in this video. But I'm sure that these 30 ml testers are extremely hard to come across because they are tester bottles. When you buy the fragrance, however much they cost, say they cost $500-600, you'll get a bottle. It won't be like this, but it will be this style to decant your fragrance in. Moving on. Here's another B bottle, but this is the only one I have in this style. This is a Dabber style, and this is Liu. And Liu is an aldehydic floral fragrance. One similar, I guess it was created around the time of Chanel No. 5. But it's more similar to like a Chanel No. 22 because it doesn't have any like animalic facets in it. But this was one that I had one in my collection, even though I still prefer probably No. 22. But this is the only one I have in this B bottle style. I'm not sure if it's discontinued or not. The next few fragrances will be from the Art Material line. Let's get it. This fragrance is the only one that I've spent paid retail for. I was, hadn't gotten any Guerlain fragrances in this Art Material line because it's very hard here to get them discounted anywhere in the gray market or anything like that. So this was one I actually paid retail for, and this is Rose Barbar. Just always a sucker for rose fragrances. So Rose Barbar I have. The next one is one that I actually was the only one that I got at the gray market, and since then no one had ever come across them again. And this one is Bose de Harmonie. So this was my very first Art Material line fragrance. Art Material. So this is a beautiful benzoin type fragrance, which is in the style, which is very similar to the Paper de Harmonie incense. I still really like this fragrance. Next up is Oud Kohol, and this is a super slept on Guerlain fragrance. I believe this probably suffers lack of popularity because of the name Oud in it. And this is sort of like so again, Kohol is a type of like eyeliner that they use in the Middle East, and so the concept of it is essentially like makeup, and that's sort of a little bit of what you get. It's like a powdery, woody type of scent with some incense, and it's a great fragrance. It's one that I believe would be more popular had it been named differently. The last 200 ml that I'm assuming I'm going to keep in my collection. All of these I plan on keeping in my collection. There's a couple others that I'm not going to mention, so I'm looking to get rid of them. This one is Neroli Ultra Noir, and this is a beautiful summer scent. This is an elite, one of a kind, unique summer scent. It does have some tea in it. It's more forward with like that tea accord than it is with Neroli. The Neroli is there, but I really do like this scent. It's quite a nose-catching fragrance. I'm very happy to have this one in my collection for sure. Neroli Ultra Noir. The only 100 ml that I have in my collection is Angelique Noir. So Angelique Noir was one that I was very hesitant to get. A lot of people were saying that they really liked the scent, and it was one that I didn't sample enough, but I had a chance to get 100 ml on a deal. So I went on ahead and picked it up. I've only worn it once, but I did really enjoy the wear. I do like the greenness of it. I've fallen in love with like green fragrances. This is one I do plan on keeping. This is a beautiful scent. From the whole collection, I'd probably say my favorite is still Bose de Harmonie, but all of them kind of do different things. They're completely different from what I think about Chanel. For Chanel, they sort of, in my opinion, do a lot of like classic type of scents. These are a little bit more daring, a little bit more niche to a certain degree. Next up are the extraits, which are very expensive. I was able to get a couple of them. So one of them, these are the only two that I felt like were the best that I really wanted to keep. And this one is Bergamot Fantastico. So I got this one, 50 ml. I actually have 2 bottles of this, so I can have 100 ml because this is an awesome summer scent. But the price is highway robbery. I don't think any citrus-based fragrance is really worth that price. But this one is a little bit more. So if you get it discounted, I think this is the best Tonka fragrance. Tonka Imperial can't compare to it. I guess maybe the Shalimar Tonka is maybe closest to what this smells like, but is in no way comparable. And this is Tonka Soparia, however you pronounce it. So this one is a very coveted scent of mine. I really am happy that I was able to get this Tonka fragrance. I actually came across the little small 10 mLs, and I just wanted them so I could get, you know, a 10 ml of the Tonka, and so I got that one. But this is the best Tonka fragrance in my opinion. It's an opulent Tonka scent that I don't think anything can compare to. Like, I don't want any other Tonka based scent, period, as long as I have this. Let's keep it moving. We're almost finished. Next up are 2 fragrances that I have in this travel container, and it comes in this particular case. I got this right here for 50% off, and it's still, I don't believe, really worth it. I believe this is metal. When I first got it, it was plastic, but I don't think it's really worth paying. I believe it's almost $200 retail for this, but I ended up getting it for 50% off. So I ended up, the fragrances that I got with it are Neroli Ultra Noir, of course, which is beautiful. So in these packages you get 2 refills in it. You get 2 refills in it. So 2 20 mLs, I believe. Yeah, 2 times 20 ml. And the other one I got was Herbs Troblantes. So this one is one that I have in a 200 ml, but I opted to get rid of it. I'm just trying to thin out my collection, and I believe I got enough citrusy, summery type things to get me through. And since I have 40 ml of it for the travel atomizer, I think I'll be all right. Let's move on to the last 2. The last 2 that I will mention will be the Parfums. This one I got most recently. This one is called Naima Parfum. I believe I had it in the Eau de Parfum. I actually got it when I was in Dubai, but I ended up selling it. So one of my guys here ended up having it. I did pay a little bit more than retail for it. The Parfum is discontinued. I believe the story is that the cost of putting real rose in it was, I guess, too much, so they opted to discontinue it. So I have Naima Parfum. And the last one is one of my most coveted ones, and this is Mitsouko Parfum. So Mitsouko Parfum, this particular one I put on the back. This one was a 2003 formulation. I do actually have one from 1985. I need to wear this a little bit more to see, because it seems like the 1985 one smells better than this one. But I got it for a good deal, so I just wanted to come across it. But I think any formulation of Mitsouko is great. You don't have to opt to get the Parfum, but there were a couple of guys in Japan that had some for good deals, so that's how I came across these. So that's it, guys. That's for the most part my entire Guerlain collection. What are some of your favorite fragrances from the house of Guerlain? Do you like Guerlain at all, or are you not into the brand? Please let me know in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.